Hey there! I'm going to be showing you in this lesson how you can use Silhouette to create a mock-up that looks like this and other variations that you can make out of it. And the snowflake that I'm using in this picture is from Lille Juniper Designs. She is on Sofontsy, and you can find her there, and you can find me on Sofontsy and Etsy and Creative Market as well. So let's dig in. So we're going to create a scene that looks like this. Now, if you purchase any of my files that are Photoshop files, they also come with PNG and JPEG versions. So let me find this. I may have it back here. So when you log in to grab your file, you're going to have some choices in the folder, and you can just poke around until you find what you need. So for this project, we want to grab a PNG of the glass. So I create all the glitter versions with gold because in Silhouette there is a way to change the color on the gold. And not only can you change the color to another color, you can also change it to silver. So in this case we are using the glitter. So we're going to grab a PNG with like this quarter size right here. So this is the one we would be grabbing. I've already downloaded it, so I won't make you watch that. And then there's also a shadow that you can grab that looks like this. And so that way you can, and there's a version that has a reflection on it. You can really have the ability to place this into any scene you need and not feel like you're trapped with pre-done reflections. But if you did want to use pre-done reflections, you would just grab this file right here and see it has a shadow, it has a reflection underneath. But I want to show you how to put it together with all separate files so you know how to do that because it's pretty cool. All right, so I downloaded all the files into a folder on my desktop and I've just been dragging them into this Silhouette document. So if you grab, I believe, not sure, is it this one? Yeah, grab this one, grab the other one too. And you can see if I blow these up, this one already has the shadow and the reflection. This one doesn't. It's just the glass sitting alone. So if you grab the shadow as well and pull that in, how that would work is you would just make that bigger, like it's going to fit under the bottom of this glass, and then just put your drink over top of it. And then you would have, if you group it, then you have a nice glass shape with a shadow under it. Or you can use this pre-made one, and you can use the one with the reflection or not. So I'm just going to drag this one off to the side and show you how to alter the color. Okay, so we have our cute wine glass, and we're going to be putting this snowflake on it, but we don't want it to be gold. So how do we change that? Well, it's really easy. Just go over to this palette. Oh wait, no, go over to this half circle, and it pulls up your image effects. And inside of there we have a palette which says colorize. Now if you wanted to change the color of the glitter, you gotta select it first. You select it and you just drag until you have a nice color that you want. You know, maybe it's blue, maybe it's more of a red shade, who knows. And you would hit apply, and then you could also play with the brightness and things like that. But if you want to make it silver, you actually have to use a different tool. You can either use gray shade and just drag it all the way to the right like that, or we're going to undo that. You can go up to this thing that looks like a sun, and that's contrast, brightness, and saturation. Go to the saturation bar here and drag it all the way to the left, and now it doesn't have any color in it. It's essentially silver. But if you wanted to also make it, you know, play with the brightness, sorry, these would have been at 0. If you also want to play with the contrast and bring that down a little bit, and maybe the brightness, bring that up, you could totally do that as well. You just play with these sliders until it's the way you want it. It is affecting everything on the glass, so you don't want to tone it down so far that you can't even see the glass edges. You may need to pull it over top of something to tell, but overall it's looking really, really quite nice. And when we're satisfied, we just hit apply. But you'll note that now it has this gray edge. So you want to grab it again, go over to your lines, and change that to transparent. And that is all fixed. No problem. Okay, so now let's make a scene. So if we wanted to, we could bring in this cute Christmassy scene. Just gonna pull it up to the top and make it big, and there it is. It looks like it's in the scene. It's super easy and fun. You could pull it a little bit more to the left and it will be in front of the tree, and that will leave room for us to put wording over here. And then you'll see we have these Christmas decorations, these ornaments. So you can bring one of those in and you can kind of put it up close to it. You could rotate it a little if you wanted, but keep in mind that there is a little bit of a shadow underneath. So that's looking cute. And then we can grab our snowflake shape and just put it right on top and see how it starts to disappear. So we're just going to keep it probably on like full blast. And that looks pretty good. Okay, and then all you'd have to do is to pull in your little happy holidays message. You could shuffle things around, but you would be good. You could totally screenshot this, or if you have business edition, you can save it out, I believe, as a JPEG and put it on Instagram, put it in your shop. You could crop it if needed. You could adjust the size on these things and make them smaller, but it's really, really fun. And then if you're like, hey, I want that scene to look a little bit different, you can try different backgrounds. So maybe you want this to be super neutral without a tree and be very simple. It could be something like that. Or maybe you want it to have a darker background. We could pull this one in. And then we could play around with the color on this until we have what we like. It's really like the sky's the limit here. It's so fun. I think you'll have a good time playing around with this in these files. Check out Lille Juniper. This is just adorable. I love this snowflake. And just to give you a little bit more visual into where to find us. Gosh, I keep closing the window. I guess it's this one. If you go over to So Fancy and go to SarahDesign, or I will have links below. I'll have my affiliate link, which I always appreciate when you click on that. And if you want to search for Lille Juniper, you can always go into the designer section and look for her, but I will have a link to her snowflake too. So be sure to head over there if you want to grab some of these files. And just to show you what they look like, it's basically these three. Oh, I didn't show you the lantern, but that is an accessory that you could add to that scene as well. But the wine glass came from this file. I also have a bundle which looks like this, which has that wine glass plus the stemless wine glass if you wanted to buy them together. But if you look in my marketplaces, in my shops, you'll find the stemless wine glass too separately if you wanted to just get one or the other. And then this is the background scene creator. If you have Photoshop, you're going to get the fullest control. You get to do really, really cool things. You can drop in any background. You can drop in a tree. You can drop in a floor, and it just creates the whole photo for you. It's super cool. But it also comes with these really cute red ornaments. It doesn't come with any mugs. But it has a bunch of backgrounds that have the tree in it or look Christmassy in some way. And it has an entire other bundle of backgrounds, which are just these neutral backgrounds without the Christmas tree and without that Christmas theme. So I hope this helps you understand the possibilities and that you will have fun mocking some stuff up. Be sure to connect with me over at SarahDesign.com and reach out with any questions anytime. Thanks.